Did you hit it?
It was on when I picked it up. So.
Uh-oh.
Oh, well, maybe we've been going live for a while.
No,
I was
12
talking-
seconds.
I was talking smack
12
about it.
seconds? That still could be.
Yeah.
I'll give it a little view.
I don't even know what we're doing.
I don't know either.
Oh, that was fun.
Are we actually
Yeah.
going?
Yep.
We are?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, everybody, this is Matt. We're not at Texas Toast Guitars because... Whose phone is that?
Mine. Hold on.
So, yeah, we actually took off early today because, well, I think it's about time we take off early sometimes. Don't you think, Chris?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so, too.
We didn't leave that early.
No, 4:05.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So we came over to the Speakeasy. And
They got railroaded into doing a reveal video.
Well, I'm not going to say that, but yeah. But we thought, let's go ahead and do a video, even though we don't have... We're really more revealing the Speakeasy, aren't we?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, Chris, this is your first time here. What do you think, sir?
It's cool. I like it. I was here during construction,
Uh-huh.
but I haven't seen it since it's been mostly done. So
And speaking of railroad, we actually railroaded you into doing some work while you came to see it.
Sure, yeah, I did almost 15 minutes of work. This wall, that was me.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't get railroaded into more.
Well, it's not okay.
It's not too late.
No, it's not too late, and it's not that I didn't want to railroad you into more. It's I was like that. No, I can't do that.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Yeah. But you know what though? What were you doing instead? You probably weren't doing anything. You were
I bet you I was doing all sorts of
oh,
stuff.
okay. Well,
yeah.
I bet you were too.
Yeah.
I mean, that like reruns of Different Strokes are gonna watch itself. I
told you I already watched all those.
I'm gonna binge watch all of
Different Strokes.
all of Trapper
Yeah.
John MD this
No.
weekend. I'm trying to think of like a show that
Yeah.
wasn't on for very long.
Oh, okay.
Open
Yeah.
All Night, or
Sure.
what are those other one season wonders?
What's happening now?
Yeah, what's happening next? Yeah.
Yeah.
Joni Loves Chachi, or that was on for a couple of years. It doesn't matter. Yeah. So anyway, thanks for hanging out with us, you guys. I don't know how long we're going to be here or what we're going to, well, how long you're going to get to be here, because I'm going to be here for a while tonight. Though there is talk of getting fish.
Yep.
Fish and chips.
Not the TV show.
That's right, which would have been another good one.
It was on us this season. Yep.
So, who's hanging out with us tonight?
The usual
The
suspects.
use is
Brad,
Brad Dangerous hanging out
Dan,
with us?
Dave, mm-hmm.
Brad?
Doc.
You said?
Doug, Brad
Doug?
Hutchings, yes.
Is Doc here? I heard Doc had a little bit of the
didn't
brown
see-
bottle flu this morning.
I don't see Doc on here
Oh,
yet.
I
but
thought you said Doc was here.
only when messages come up can I see it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear Doc. I think Doc went out among them last night.
Paul McNary, Slacker
Paul.
Deluxe,
Hey, Doug.
Aaron Enright, Lefty.
Hey, guys. Well, thanks for hanging out with us. So, I was filming the video for Sunday, Chris, and this Sunday's video is going to be about how to do Les Paul neck angle and what the Les Paul neck angle is and what the Les Paul pickup plane is. And I think a lot of people have been asking about it. So I need to make sure that I word the title so that you guys know what it is. Because like I said, I've been getting a bunch of people ask very specifically, how do I do neck angle and you know, blah, blah, blah. So I think this would be a good one for those people who want to see how you do a neck angle on a Les Paul anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can extrapolate from that how to do other neck angles, whether you choose to do it on the body or on the neck. By the way, if you choose to do it on the neck, it's easier by a fair margin. So anyway, yeah, so that's going to be the video for Sunday. I was doing that. Then Triple J stopped by the shop and was working on his guitar a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Sparky D came by the shop and was working on his guitar a little bit.
Yep.
You were doing a handful of jobs.
I did, a bunch of painting.
I farted around on the internet for a little while.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, ate some cookies and drank some coffee, and now I don't know. It just seemed like a good day to get out of the shop early. By the way, next Friday is going to be another good day to get out of the shop early.
Yeah, Yeah.
or not even go in at all,
Well, maybe.
which
maybe
may
for
be
you.
what happens.
Yeah, not for me.
Someone would like to know if you are of Mexican heritage and they would like to see a close-up of the pin router mechanism, something or other, but we're not there, obviously.
I think that I do have some Hispanic in me, but I have more facial hair than some other Hispanic people. I love, because I love Mexico. I love the whole southwestern kind of thing, and I love the food especially. So yeah, so maybe I do. Somebody's told me that too, that I have a particular tooth thing that only Native Americans have. So I think I have a little bit of that too, but I have way more facial hair than your standard Native American would statistically.
It's Aaron Enright, and he says that ponytail is way too nice not to be Spanish.
Oh, well, yeah, that could very well be. Yeah.
I know people never like the up and down orientation when we do these lives from your phone. That's always, when we do
Okay.
that during.
Because there's cutoff things
Yeah.
on the side. Yeah.
How big do you need our faces to be?
I would turn it, but I'm afraid it'll go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll
you
get
can't
all
do it.
wonky.
Yeah,
I'll go back this
it'll
way.
just stay sideways, and it'll be sideways.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't. Once you start a video, you can't. It'll actually tell you turn it the other way. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ask me how I know.
Ask me how I know. So, Chris, what else should we talk about today?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm with you. dude.
Yeah.
Hey, we could have, this came up. We were perusing the video from yesterday because we do that.
They want a close up of Chris.
What's
What?
that?
They want a close up of Chris.
Zoom in, extreme close up. So this is something that you guys might not know this, but we do this. We do go through and look at the live chat from the live videos the night before. And it's because we can't see them all when we're doing that because we're talking and mostly I'm talking over everybody.
Well, I can't see the computer.
Yeah.
I look at the computer, but I can't see very much.
Yeah.
Other than when there's a flash of light for
So
super chat.
it was Jeffrey Egan asked about necks, and do you roast? What would the downside to roasting a neck be? Well, when that question originally came in, what I thought was, what's the downside to using roasted maple, say, for a neck? But I think what the question was what is the downside to roasting a neck that already exists? There are a lot of downsides to doing that.
I think there are no upsides.
There's zero upsides, unless you want your neck to be non-functional and darker
a
brown.
piece of art.
Yeah, then there's zero upsides.
Yeah.
So, and then there were some other questions. Well, do you shape the neck first and then roast it because it's so difficult to work? So there's some questions that came up and some I think some confusion.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk a little bit about that real quick while we have you here because I thought about it. So, roasted or torrefied wood is it starts out as kiln dried lumber.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then it goes, and which I don't know how long that takes, but the torrefication process takes considerably longer. I think it can take weeks to do correctly.
I think and it's not just shove all of it into an oven or something. It depends on the wood. Depends on the thickness. There's all sorts of things that go into it.
So, people who know about roasting lumber for musical instruments can chime in and let me know whether I'm right or wrong, because I don't know the answer. But what I do know is that when I've seen wood before it goes in to get roasted, and I've seen it after it comes out, and if it's straight and perfect, it's going to be sagged over to the side and not right and smaller than when it went in.
Yeah, we've seen where Dan at Tonewood Experts had a huge piece of swamp ash.
Yeah.
And
next to it was cut.
and they cut off the top of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I forget how you could tell that it was the same wood.
The grain structure was.
Yeah, but they torrefied it and it shrunk and nothing actually matched. It was really, really close.
Yeah.
But it was thinner. It was narrower. It was quite a bit smaller piece of wood than the other one.
So you absolutely positively would not want to start with a neck that was dimensionally accurate and roast it. It would not work. Now, I also said that one of the numerous advantages to using roasted wood, one of the not so numerous disadvantages is that if you have something that's figured like flamey or something, it can be a little more chippier than it is if it's not roasted. Not a bad thing, not something that's impossible to work, but just something to know about.
Mm-hmm.
So, and by the way, guys, if you're using any wood that you want to that's chippy or fragile or frangible, you want to use more. You want to use fewer cutting tools and more abrading tools. So what I mean by that is things with blades are easier to get chips with,
Like planers,
like
and joiners.
planers, routers, joiners, stuff like that. Things like sanders, thickness sanders or anything that abrades the wood, you don't get chips with that. So if you're, like going around your profile of your neck and you get a big chip taken out, well, that wouldn't have happened. I don't know that it will always happen or ways that you can stop that. There are ways you can prevent that. One of the ways you can prevent it is by using something that removes material by abrasive rather than by cutting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so.
I just thought of this. We need a pin sander.
Oh, a pin. They have sander like disc sanders with bearings.
Yeah.
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 They also have a thing called a sand flea, a tool it's like a joiner, but it's a thicknesser, but it's like a joiner, but you run it over the top.
Uh-huh.
But it's a sander instead of a blade.
Okay.
So you press it over and run it over the top.
Okay.
Which I can think of a million times during the guitar building process where that would come in really, really handy.
Uh-huh.
So a sand flea. I almost bought one several times. I just never have. So
Yeah.
I don't know how they work. But it's a tool.
Yeah.
So anyway, so if you're thinking about using roasted maple, torrefied maple, chippy maple that's been that's completely dry, it's not impossible to do. It's not a bad idea to do. Just know that you need to maybe think about new bits, spiral carbide bits, and abrading tools work great. So yeah. Generally speaking, what we do when we're using a wood that's very chippy is you run it across the planer or joiner. You don't go to the final thickness. Then you run it through the sander, and then that way, yeah. So, so I hope that answers some of the questions that you guys had about using roasted material for necks. It's a good idea. I think it looks super cool. Dave will tell you.
Yeah, Dave will tell you. Yep.
Are there any other things?
Isn't torrefication done in an oxygen-free oven?
Beats me. I do not know. You know who would know? Dan at Tonewood Experts.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how they do it. I'm just glad they do because it's really nice. One of the neat things about using roasted wood is, especially maple, is the shop smells like pancakes.
It does. It smells like
Nice.
maple syrup. Yeah.
Mhm.
And not all woods smell good.
No, they don't.
Some are gross.
Some are pretty grody.
Yep.
Dave said absolutely sick neck.
Yeah, Dave's neck turned out really cool.
Yep.
Chris, let's talk a little bit about Spring Stratathon.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. First, let's talk about if you guys want to come out to one of the workshops, you can absolutely use roasted or torrefied wood for necks. That is an option. You can use it for fretboard. You can use it for regular neck, for the whole thing. And you can get it in kind of a plain, or you can get it in some figure too. So if you want that, that's an option. If you are interested in how we do the Les Paul neck angle and you want to see it in action, as of the filming of this video right now, there are some spots left for the December Build a Classic Les Paul workshop. The Build a Classic Les Paul workshop, by the way, includes everything but pickups. I'm going to also ask that you bring some strings with you too. Not like 2 strings, but I mean like a couple of sets of
A
strings.
set of strings.
Yeah. But it includes everything else, all the lumber, truss rod, binding, electronics, minus pickups. paint, inlay, tuners, bridge and tailpiece, everything that you need except pickups. Mostly because pickups are the second most changed thing on any guitar. You know what the first one is?
Strings.
Strings, that's right. So so if you have, like you say, let's say, well, I want to build a Les Paul, but I want humbuckers. No sweat, bring them. I want to build one, but I want to use P90s. No problem, bring the pickups and we'll make that. I want to build a Les Paul, but I want to use humbucker and a P90 in whichever orientation you want. Great. I only want one pickup. Fine. So, although I would urge you to at least do a neck pickup because that'll help hide the neck joint. So, I'm talking to you, Rod. So anyway, who signed up for that workshop in December? That's going to be neat.
Cool.
Rod will get to come to the Speakeasy in December.
He will.
When he comes out here.
Yeah,
That's right. That's only 10 short months away.
There's some roasted poplar at my local wood shop. Thoughts on poplar for necks?
Ooh, poplar for necks. I think so that poplar is poplar has a bit of a bad rap, especially for neck wood. However, some of the most famous guitars in the world have poplar necks. You want to know who? You know. I think the most famous guitar that has a poplar neck is Randy Rhoads' Flying V with the polka dots on it. That has a poplar neck. So
what kind of neck was that before?
It was a Dan Electro neck that the guy redid.
Uh-huh.
So Randy Rhoads somehow managed to make that guitar play good. So if you have some wood that you want to tap on, remember that Randy Rhoads' Flying V had a poplar neck. So yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, I don't think that poplar is any less, if dried correctly, I don't think poplar is any less stable than anything else. I mean, mahogany neck is pretty tough.
Mm-hmm.
What are some other good? I mean, like I've seen Spanish cedar necks. That's wildly soft.
Yeah, it's. I'm not quite sure why poplar is not considered a neck wood, but it just isn't.
It's just not. Yeah. You know what I think it is?
Mainly
because
you want a white wood, and poplar's not always white all the way through.
That's true.
So you might as well just go to maple.
And
it's not a lot of wood.
It's not a lot of wood. So if you're going to have to do all this stuff anyway, you're talking about $5 or $6 more for the mahogany.
Yeah.
Or $3 or $4 or $2 or $3 more for the maple. Just get the stuff that's
white.
Yeah.
Or
Just get the stuff that's accepted as a wood that
Yeah, I think so too.
But if you want to try to make a guitar out of with a poplar neck, I don't see why not. Dan Electros all had poplar necks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Chris, any thoughts on the Guild Surfliner?
I am unfamiliar with that guitar. The Guild Surfliner. Oh, I think I've seen it. I don't have any real opinion of it. I'd have to look it up again. Sorry.
Surfliner. Look at these crazy guys. What's that guy got?
It looks like a tail fin.
I've never seen that one before.
Yeah.
Though. That's a trip.
Looks like a 59 Cadillac.
Something or another.
There you go.
Well, I'm ready to be done for the day.
Me too.
How about you?
Yep.
So thanks for hanging out with us, you guys. I hope that this was an acceptable Friday after work video. I hope that you guys have a great weekend. We'll see you Sunday for the premiere video of, I don't know what it's going to be called, but it's going to be all about Les Paul neck angles and Les Paul necks. So thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you Sunday.